One of the things I need to do to get this Grand National in great driving condition is to replace the air filter. When I went to do that though, I discovered that these old Grand Nationals and Turbo Buicks aren't set up like modern cars with an airbox that you can open easily and just swap out the filter. I also looked online, there's not much information on it. I found one little forum thread that talked me through how to do it. So I'm going to show you all today and make this easier on everyone else. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this right here is the airbox for the air filter. The intake is here. And this is the mass airflow sensor. You can see there's a few hose clamps, but there aren't any obvious places to open the airbox to get the filter out. Discovered what we need to do is we need to disconnect this connector, the sensor for the mass airflow, and then we need to take off this hose clamp and unbolt the 2 bolts on the back of the mass airflow sensor bracket here. That'll allow us to remove this hose and get at a secret bolt in here that'll allow us to take the filter out. First things first, I'm going to disconnect this sensor. Next, I'm going to disconnect the wire going to the mass airflow sensor. Using a 10mm socket, I'm going to disconnect the 2 bolts on the back of the mass airflow sensor bracket. Finally, I'm going to disconnect this hose clamp. Now this tube should just lift right off. You can set it out of the way. So now you can see this bolt here, this is what we need to remove to get at the air filter. This nut is a 13mm nut. Of course I dropped it. Now that the nut's removed, you can just slide the inlet hose off. And the top lifts right out. The old filter comes out. There's the nut that I dropped. So it's not in too bad a shape, but I have no idea the last time it was replaced. So we're just gonna go ahead and get a new one. Go into the auto parts store. Gonna get a filter and crap.
I feel safest of all. I can lock all my doors, and it's the only way live in cars.
Oh, 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 O'Reilly's. Oh wait, that's an Nampa. All right, I got the new air filter. The old airbox is kind of crusty, so I want to clean it up before I put the new air filter in. All right, that's looking much better. Don't want to forget the top. That looks good. Now, a lot of people upgrade these to a higher volume air filter. I'm not going to though. This car is completely stock, and most of the Grand Nationals out there today have been modded extensively. So I want to keep this one stock, so I'm just using the stock air filter. Put it in the air box, put the top back on, reconnect the inlet hose. Once we have the top of the air box back on and the inlet hose hooked up, we can hook up that secret nut. And then snug it down. There we go. All right, then we can hook up the outlet hose. There we go. And install the 2 screws into the back of the mass airflow sensor bracket. And we'll snug it down with a socket. There we go, that's nice and secure. Now we just have to reconnect the sensor wires. There's 1 and 2. Finally, don't forget to retighten the hose clamp. And that's it. Well, that wraps up how to install an air filter on a 1987 Grand National or other turbo Regal. As you can see, it's not as easy as a modern day car where you just pop open the air box, throw out the old filter, put a new one in, and you're all set. But once you know what you're looking for, it's not that difficult. I hope you found this video useful because even the owner's manual doesn't tell you how to change the air filter. And there are many other resources out there that I've found that show you how either. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. And also, I've got a bunch of other videos coming up with projects on the Grand National. So thank you again for watching Make Stuff Nation, and I hope to see you again soon.